Bill Berger. We're here for another segment of Infill in Chicago's South Loop. If anybody is helping to create a new aesthetic for the South Loop, it is the developer CMK and their architects Brininstool Lynch. Brininstool Lynch is a very fine Chicago architecture firm with a great portfolio of work that's really, they just developed over the last 10 years or so. The high-rise buildings, these slab-like forms that lend themselves to the north-south streets here are mostly the work of the partner at Brininstool named David Brininstool. And he's developed this very interesting aesthetic of highly modern yet really elegant and graceful buildings. The one behind me is called the Vue20 for some reason, even though the address down here is 1833 South Michigan or something like that. But he's done a really nice job of creating a really modern, sleek window wall that I think adds an awful lot to the streetscape. And I also think he's been successful in something that a lot of architects have a problem with, and that's masking the parking portion of the building to look at least somewhat attractive and not simply like a prison. And the Vue20 I think was the first building that they completed down here, but I think it's made for quite a prototype. And if you look further up the street to 1620 South Michigan and 1720 South Michigan, which are still both under construction, you can see how well they fit and what nice additions they make to the streetscape too.
It's very airy, lacy kind of feel to the
very much
to that building almost,
and an amazing transparency. I mean, it really, when you look at a building like that, you understand the expression curtain wall, although technically these aren't really curtain walls, as the architect explained to me, which are just, the curtain wall refers to something that's just sort of hung on the outside of the building. These are really sort of clamped in between the vertical structures, but irrespective of that, they look like what we think of as a curtain wall, and really show you what Mies van der Rohe was trying to do with his glass and steel structures, to show you that they were just they were just steel cages with glass walls hung on the outside. And Brininstool, I think, has just kind of taken that idea and made it more modern. And I really like their work, and think that these are some of the best things that are happening, not just on the South Side, but really, they're really helping transform the whole city for the better. So
what kind of rating would you give these?
I would give this a stellar rating.
Stellar rating.
Stellar. Yeah.
Okay.